My existence denied and then forgotten. I'll simply disappear. It's an incredible play, it's an incredible part, it's an incredible story. You know, it's just so exciting and I feel just proud to be a part of it.
Winston! Winston!
You have to go to the dark side to be able to appreciate what we actually have.
Freedom is slavery!
If she exposes herself, she'll lose her life. And the 2 minutes hate and all the rest of their bloody rot.
We were trying to find that interesting blend between what is both nostalgic, but also what the book's intention is, which is looking to the future.
Because the crime I'm about to commit is the only way to communicate with you, the future.
We hear hurried footsteps along a path. We're outside, we're in London, and action.
13. That gives me an hour to do it. Use this weapon against them. I play Winston. Winston Smith, who is a cog in the wheel of the society and the machinery that is this kind of Orwellian nightmare of 1984. Winston is someone who is going through an inside revolution and trying to figure out how to make it external if he can rebel against this oppressive fascist state that he finds himself born within. But if someone finds it on me, I'll be killed. There'll be no trial, no report of my arrest. They'll shoot me in the back of the head. My name will be removed from the registers.
I can't believe the cast that we've managed to assemble. When we found out that we had Andrew Garfield coming in for Winston, I was just like, that's perfect. That is Winston.
He was vaporized when I was 8. I loved him very much.
Cynthia brought something so different and so unique to Julia, which is what I wanted, you know, to put next to the Winston that we had.
Winston! Winston!
Andrew Scott as O'Brien was just this deliciously evil
Winston!
Villain that somehow had some sort of warmth to him as well.
Winston! 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 Winston!
Tom Hardy is Big Brother.
Comrades, this is Big Brother.
Leader!
I am here for you.
Protector!
I am always here.
I knew he'd bring something different, something quite unique, and he did. Like, his voice is outstanding. The cast is huge, but everybody came with their A game, and I'm in awe of all of them. We're in the canteen. You're with Simon. You know, she's a goody two-shoes. You like her. You don't mind her, okay? And then it's all good until she talks about getting rid of the words in the dictionary.
Great.
And then that for you is when you're like, wait a minute. That's when you change.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Ready?
All right. And action.
Oh, I meant to ask, how is the Newspeak dictionary getting on?
Ah, double plus good. I'm on the adjectives. It is fascinating. We're getting the language into its final shape, the shape it's going to have when nobody speaks anything else.
The canteen scene, for me, was like a setup of that world.
Take good, for instance. If you have a word like good, what need is there for a word like bad? Ungood will do just as well. Better, in fact, because it's the exact opposite.
Immediately, Newspeak, double think, double plus good, double, you know what I mean? And I think it was just a really good introduction to the language.
A sudden panic sets in that she may be right. That even if my book survives somehow, even if you can somehow hear these thoughts, that you, the future, might not even understand them, then all of this will be in vain, and I will die for nothing. I suddenly feel like things couldn't possibly get any worse.
Hello, hello.
Ah, Parsons!
I was wrong.
Room for a little one? Budge up, Smith.
Double plus good, wonderful. Ramesh, I know as, and most people probably know as a stand-up comedian, right? The first parts Ramesh couldn't do any sleep, and I just know it. Like, watching his stand-up, I'm like, oh, he's got Parsons down. So we're in, like, let's say like a holding cell for like punishment. So he knows he's been punished,
okay.
He knows what's up, but he doesn't dream about it being 101. But there's a scene when he's about to get dragged off to room 101, and I just wondered, like, you know, obviously I said, well, this is good, you know, this is a terrible place you're going to, you know. I did not expect to hear what happened next.
But I'm being sent to a labour camp.
Room 101.
But tell them, Smith. Tell them how keen I am.
I don't even know what room 101 is.
Comrade, officer, please. I'll tell you anything you want. But you see this man here? You want to know about him? He's always been a traitor.
Hey.
But I'll do anything. Just not room 101.
Room 101 now.
Please, shoot me. Hang me. Give me 25 years. Please. I've got a wife and 2 children. Please. You can take them. You can take them and cut their throats in front of my eyes. I'll watch. I'll smile. I mean, I'll even do it myself, but not room 101.
Room 101.
No. Please, God, no. I was good. I was so good.
Cut there. Jesus. What? Yo!
Cool, thanks, man.
The fear was so visceral within him. And when he was done, he was just like, good, yeah? I was like, what? Like I said, this cast is outrageous.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we are in Charrington's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's lovely and warm. And action.
Of course. When we make love, we use up energy, don't we? And afterwards, we feel happy. Like right now. How are you feeling?
Julia she's very complex. She loves love. She wants people to relinquish the idea that you can't care for someone more than you care for yourself. But she's smart enough to know that if she exposes herself, she'll lose her life.
All it is sex gone sour. If you're happy inside yourself, then why would you get excited about Big Bastard and the 2 minutes hate and all the rest of their bloody rot?
I think Winston falls in love with Julia so completely. And he loves with everything because he hasn't done it in like 30 years. Okay, so he's nervous.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't had sex in a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to get some, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and action.
Say something. Anything. I'm 39 years old. I've got varicose veins and 5 false teeth. It is about love and the absence of it. Orwell just beautifully questions it and asks us to question it and kind of takes love right to the limit. And your eyes are brown. I didn't know until now.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Cut there.
I've already told you. I'm smarter than you.
Yet you don't hate love.
Hating love is doublethink. Love is one of the few things worth living for.
I think her point of view is that love is life. I feel like it says that everyone deserves love. And everyone should fight for it.
I'm solid. Don't you like this?
Of course.
Then stop talking about dying and find something to live for.
Okay, so this is when they can go to the screen and they see...
Oh, yeah, this is when the hate weeks happen.
Yeah.
We also have Monster as well.
Monster. Okay, Monster.
I'm trying to think of all like tabloid words.
Monster.
There's a sort of organic understanding of these worlds anyway. I think we see them quite a lot. A lot of people know this story without even knowing it. It's in so much pop culture. I knew it first because of The Simpsons. I remember there was a Ned Flanders as Big Brother. So like when you're writing about that world, it's really easy to just imagine yourself with, oh, well, there's a screen you can't turn off. You know, you only have to go on Twitter to experience 2 minutes of hate.
You're pumped! You've waited all week for this! You're never allowed to be angry except for now, so put it all in and action!
You monster! You defiler! You death defiler! You are gonna die very sad!
You're gonna die sad! My
The big pillars of the story are so clear and strong that once you've written those parts, the big parts that everybody knows, it's the small details in between that I could have a lot of fun with. We hear public hangings, we hear the world of London.
Okay, so we're outside, we're about to see a hanging. Death! And you love it. And action!
Traitors!
You're criminals!
I wonder how long it will be until I'm stood on the gallows for what I'm about to commit. For my thought crime. Because the weapon in my pocket isn't a gun, or a knife, or a bomb. It's a book.
It needs a push, I want it to be like, it's not a bomb, it's a book. So like the people know that, wait, a book is on the same level as a gun? Like, what's going on?
Okay, so this is an audiobook. It's 1984, so there's a lot of really dark stuff. I'm sure everyone remembers. Everyone remembers that. Start with the world of Big Brother is the main theme. If you want to stay out here, you can, but just be completely silent. Otherwise,
Matt asked me if I would join him on the project, and we'd been trying to find for many years, actually, trying to find a project to collaborate on. I remember reading 1984 as a teenager, and it was very impactful for me as well.
I was very excited to get involved in 1984. It's one of my favourite books of all time, and also a big influence on my band Muse's fifth album, The Resistance. There was about 3 or 4 songs on that album that were directly influenced by the story.
To get the full orchestra in Studio One, that's an experience I'll never forget for the rest of my life. You could feel the music in your body, and 1984 really started to come alive for me after that.
It was good. In bar 36, somebody sounds like they're getting staccato on da 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 da.
We were trying to find that interesting blend between what is both nostalgic, 1984, the past, but also what the book's intention is, which is looking to the future. So there's a few references influences we took from sort of some 80s horror films, and also some of the synthesizers that we used are from the 80s.
There is a lot of very dark stuff in it, but there's also moments of light and moments of hope. I think the score really encompasses a lot of different emotions, as the book does.
The past is important, Winston. Remember, who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. I play O'Brien, who I would describe as a very committed person. You know, you try and not sort of judge the characters, but he's a bit of an evil bastard. I've just finished reading it, and it's dark stuff. Yeah. To distribute habit-forming drugs, to encourage prostitution, disseminate venereal diseases, to do anything likely to cause demoralization and weaken the power of the party. Are you prepared to do that?
Andrew Scott was just so good as O'Brien, and I was like, oh my God, we've got something here. So instead of like having a panic attack wanting to leave, I was questioning myself, like, am I evil now? What's going on?
You will have to get used to living without results and without hope. You will work for a while, and then you will be caught, and you will confess, and you will die. We will try our very hardest to get a razor blade to you before you're tortured. I feel like you have to understand what their logic is rather than worry about anything else. And really believe that he believes in what he's talking about. And so that, in a way, is not villainous in some way. It's just his passion. Probably he will not even betray me. By that time, I'll most likely be dead. Anyway. We're all dead already. Certainly the torture scene is the one that's very memorable. Rats are my biggest phobia. That's definitely no acting required there. You know what's in room 101, Winston. Everyone knows what's in room 101. Sweet dreams.
Perfect. Cut there. Beautiful, beautiful.
So I really do empathise with Winston. But it's only pretend. It's only pretend. So there was no actual rats, or no actors were harmed by any rats in the making of this audiobook.
Alright. And this one, if I can just get a war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. And action.
War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength.
War is peace. Ignorance is strength. Freedom is slavery.
Feels a bit too prescient, maybe timeless in a kind of post-industrial, post-technological age. It feels thematically so important for the times we're in. But I don't care. Because the crime I'm about to commit is the only way to communicate with you. The future. From the age of uniformity. From the age of Big Brother. From me, Winston Smith. Greetings from 1984.